Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is George, as you can see. You know me, massive Roma fan. Been it all my life, and today we got special guest, another special guest here, Jan. Is it Jan? Jan?
Yeah, Jan-Micheal.
Jan. Jan-Micheal. This is fine. We got another Roma collab. We got a Roma collab for the first time. You guys know, if you guys see my channel, there's Milan, Juve, there's every collab. But people have been asking for a Roma fan. We got a Roma fan in the building. So, Jan, welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, just let's get to know. Let everyone know about, if you can tell a bit about yourself. You know, how did you become a Roma fan and anything.
Yeah, so I'm Italian. I was born here in Rome many years ago, but I became a Roma fan because of Totti, of course. It's kind of everyone of a certain age that's kind of there in the Roma, of course. I mean, it was what a spectacular player he was. But then I traveled around the world for quite a while, for many years. And I kind of stopped watching a little bit because time differences, time zones, too different. Like it was way too much. I couldn't keep up. So I kind of lost it for a little bit, and then I want to say like 5, 6 years ago, I kind of started getting back into it again. I started finding my love for it again, and I just keep going as much as I can. I try and go to the stadiums whenever I can, especially this season. I've been spending way too much money, I'll be honest. But
Hey,
I
hey,
love the
it's
team. It's
anything for
amazing.
Roma. Anything for Roma.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
But yeah, let's just get straight into it. Let's talk about this season, how it's going along. Um, let's let's, let's talk about the game that just happened. Roma Bologna. What's your thoughts on the game? Finished 1-1. Wasn't the prettiest of football from Bologna or Roma, but what's your thoughts on it?
I mean, I think Bologna played better out of the two teams. Neither team played great, I will be honest. It was a very sloppy game. Uh, but I did see that for the most part they kind of had it more together. Whereas Roma, they just couldn't keep the ball. They kept passing the ball away, missed touches, missed opportunities. I think we did have a chance towards the end to edge it with Malin, but of course,
Mm-hmm.
the post got in the way a little bit. Um, but yeah, I think honestly we were lucky to get a draw last night because Bologna definitely played better and they possibly even deserved to win that one.
Yeah, like I saw, what's his name, Jonathan Rowe, absolutely destroyed
Mhm.
Zeki Chanek 1-on-1 every single time. And
Yeah,
like when he came off, it was like I had a sigh of relief. I was like, and breathe. He's off. Like he was like Bologna's main spark. I don't know why Italiano took him off. A bit of a rash decision for me. Like I would have kept him on. Like it looked like if anything was gonna happen, it was gonna be him. But he took him off, and after that, Bologna's spark really went up after the game, and Roma tried to find a foot in. Marlon hit the post twice. And another day, he scores both those goals, and Roma run away 3-1 victorious. And Pellegrini came off the bench. If you don't see my clip, I called him useless. 5 seconds later, he
yeah,
scores a
saw
goal.
that clip.
Make it make sense. It makes no sense. It's just like that's what Pellegrini does all the time. Like that, I think that's his like
Yeah,
one good performance of the month.
I think both him and Cristante have been very poor this season, and I know you've mentioned it plenty of times. And it is true. They play very poorly about 85 to 90% of the game, but they do have a few good moments. And sometimes those few good moments is really all that you need. I mean, it's football, right? These things happen. So of course you could be having the worst game of your life, then you are in the right spot at the right time, put it in the back of the net, and all of a sudden you're kind of the hero, right? Um,
Yeah, but
and I think
to speak of
both
Pellegrini, oh,
Pellegrini and
carry on.
Cristante have had it for a bit.
Speaking of Pellegrini, the last few weeks he's been getting a few goals and assists here and there, but the overall performances,
Mhm.
I'm still not sold on it. Got an assist against Juve, got an assist against was it Cremonese, goal against Milan,
Yeah.
goal against last night. But for me, again, just the overall 90 minutes, he offers you nothing. But Pellegrini's just giving you these emergence of magic that other players who we expect it from, Matthias Sule, yes, he's injured, but Zaragoza specifically, nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing from those guys. But it is what it is. But I want to talk about the next game. We got a preview of Roma Como. Massive game. This is probably the biggest game of our season, even bigger than, I don't want to say it's bigger than the derby. No game is bigger than the derby. But it's just it's like that. Like both teams on level on points. Juve is like right behind it. They're on our ass basically, trying to get Champions League football, and Roma still got in there. It's in their hands still. But what's your thoughts on that game, and what's your expectation going into that game?
I'm gonna be honest, I am a little scared. And I kind of had this realization during last night's game against Bologna. If you look at the depth of the bench, we really don't have anyone left. So I think the players are quite tired at this point. We're running on low energy. So coming up against a young team like Como, who's really performing well, I mean, like we know, and you said, we're tied on points. They even have a better goal difference than us.
Yeah.
Considering we're playing away, I am very scared of this game. I do think, like, what is it, 3 days rest before the next one, and we're probably gonna have a similar lineup, if not the exact same. It's gonna be rough. And we know how Nico Paz plays. I mean, that kid is freaking phenomenal. So I can see him giving us a good run for our money.
But it isn't even just him. It's Nico Paz, Batirunia, Duvikas, Asana Dia. All these guys, that front line is absolutely insane. And I'm scared as well. But this is Roma we're talking about here. We live for the big moments.
Yeah.
I lied. We don't live for the big moments. These boys are not good for the biggest moments. They're not good. They're not good. But hopefully this time they can get it done, man. They can just get. I don't care if it's a 1-0. I don't care. Just win the game. That's all I want.
Yeah, a win is a win. A win is a win.
But we were speaking about Pellegrini, Cristante. I want to add Mancini to that. These three they've become under a lot of scrutiny. Massive amount of scrutiny these last few years, specifically Pellegrini and Cristante, probably most of it. Mancini this season has performed 100%. A lot better than those two, and just in general for his level. But where do you stand on it? Like me, I don't live in Rome. I'm not there, so I'm not in the stadiums. I don't experience the real animosity that those guys have largely received. They've been the scapegoats of Roma's downfall or
100%.
Misfortunes of not making Champions League football in his last few years. What do you see because you're in the stadium, or what's your opinion because you're in the city?
I mean, when De Rossi got fired, I remember going to the stadium, I think the next game, and the entire time, every single time Pellegrini got the ball, entire stadium was just whistling at him, because of course during that time he was the one that was considered the reason why Roma got rid of De Rossi. Now whether it's true or not, I'm still not fully sure. I want to say not. I want to say that he was probably one of the ones wanting him to stay. As you mentioned, he's a scapegoat because Pellegrini, Cristante, Mancini, and I'll even add El Shaarawy to that. Those are the four, let's say, OGs at this point, right? They've been around the longest. They're essentially the foundation of the current club we're looking at. And of course, just based on that, they will be the scapegoats because it's the easiest way to, it's the easiest finger to point at, right? I do think it's a little bit unfair on all of them, to be honest. It is tough, especially being in a leadership role like that with a club that's constantly changing. If you look at the squad over the last, like, I don't know, even 10 years maybe,
Yeah.
There's no consistent squad. It's always rotating. It's always changing. We've had a lot of managers changing the last few years. So, of course, it's easy to point at a player and say it's your fault, but it's really not. We have to constantly adapt every season, and that's really tough to do.
Hmm.
Of course, these players are getting a little bit older, but they still have something to deliver. I agree with you. For
Yeah.
example, Pellegrini, he should be coming off the bench at this point. I think he still has a role to play, but it shouldn't be starting for 90 minutes. I don't believe he has that anymore. And it's based on
Yeah.
his injuries and things in the past as well. Cristante as well. I mean, he does have something in him, but I do think he should also kind of possibly leave towards the end of the season. But you mentioned Mancini.
I'm Cristante's
Mancini
number
was
one hater.
very disliked for a while. Exactly.
I'm Cristante's number one hater.
Yeah.
There's nobody on this earth that doesn't like
I
Cristante
understand.
more than me.
I completely understand, and it's fair. So yeah, it would be good if he leaves. Mancini, on the other hand, I think he's really developed as a player, even breaking into the
100%.
national team finally. I think he is a great foundation in the back for us. He's very solid, and I think he should I mean, he does have kind of this captaincy role anyway, and I think the fans have really warmed up to him in the last year or two, and really embraced him. They really love him, and he really loves the fans as well. I would say when it comes to the love for this team and love for the fans and the culture and the community, I think Mancini is number one. He lives and breathes for this club at this point. He wants to stay here forever, and I think the fans would love him to stay here forever.
Yeah, but the thing is with Pellegrini, again, if you guys see my clips, if you guys see my TikTok, you know Pellegrini is. I criticize him a lot, probably more than everybody else, because I've been his number one defender. I've gone from number one defender to number one hater because Conference League, when we won the Conference League, how incredible he was that year, 2022. Like, just he was pretty much the heartbeat of Roma's attack. Like under Jose Mourinho, we were terrible attacking, and any goal, it probably came from Pellegrini. Pellegrini probably a reason. However, like what we've seen now, and his poor performance, his injuries doesn't help. But now he's getting fit against Genoa, doing dumb decisions like giving away that penalty. Like, it's getting so difficult to defend him, very difficult, and like, sorry, his inconsistencies. Like he'll have a goal, a great performance, like he did against. I gotta be honest, against Juventus he was great. I'll give him that. He was great against Juventus.
Yeah.
But then he would follow it up with Genoa, and you're just like, come on, man. Like,
That was a tough watch.
yeah, Cristante. Everyone knows how I feel about Cristante. The less said, the better. The less said, the better about that guy. And Mancini, I agree with you. Mancini he's grown so much under not just Mourinho, but under Ranieri and under almost like De Rossi, Gasperini. Like, great performer. This guy this season for me. Before the Genoa and Juventus game, I would have put him team of the season contender. He still is a contender, but don't be surprised if he gets a team of the season shout. But we spoke about
People might be
Como.
leaning more towards Indica.
Yeah,
I think people might be
Indica's-
leaning more towards Indica for team of the season, over Mancini.
yeah. I got both of them. In my team of the season. Like, both of them are my team of the season.
I think it'll be tough, but I think this second half of the season has been a lot tougher for them to be considered. I mean, look at how many goals we're conceding recently. In the first half of the season,
That's
we
true.
conceded very, very, very few goals. Now that we got Malins, it's January, the goals have been coming in for us too, but we've also been conceding a lot more than before. So there's something that's kind of not right there as well. And I mean, of course, naturally the defenders are going to be the ones taking the blame for that, right? But I mean, regardless of how many goals are going in, I think they're still performing at a very, very high level.
It doesn't help that someone like Hermoso's missed time. Yeah, Gilardi's come in and performed pretty decently, but had also this season has built some sort of relationship with Indica and Mancini, which missing that isn't gonna help the club. And Zeki Celik this season just been Zeki Celik. Like that's all it is, really say.
I think he
And we're
started the
missing the
season
likes
really
of
well, to be honest.
yeah, I agree.
I think,
But
yeah,
it's just been going. That's where Zeki Celik.
yeah, 100%.
He's slowly
Yeah, yeah,
becoming
yeah.
worse, and yeah, now we're getting to that business end of the season. You need him to pick up form. We're also missing Angelino, of course. No one knows where he is at this
That's
point.
a big loss.
Like, like last season, Angelino for me
See him on the
was
bench sometimes.
probably the second best. Yeah, he's on the bench, but he's just not playing. I don't know. Apparently, he has some sort of collapsed lung or some mental health issues. I don't really know. I'm not going to speak on it because I don't really know what's going on. They've not spoke about it. Angelino's come out and said, "Don't believe what he said out there. Don't believe what you see in the media." But you have to come out and tell us what's actually wrong with you, because at this point, we're just speculating.
Yeah,
I want to talk about Roma's. I want to talk about Roma's Champions League hopes. What are you still confident that Roma will make Champions League football next year?
I think it's going to be very difficult again because of the depth we have right now. And we just mentioned Angelino's on the bench, but he's not playing. El Shaarawy as well, he's on the bench, but he's not playing. So even though our bench is short-staffed anyway, we still can't play most of the people sitting on the bench. So it's a big, big problem, especially considering, unlike other teams like Juve, we still have Europe to play. So we have more games to play than they do, which is going to be quite rough for us. Unless we beat Como and have some good performances over the next few weeks or the next few games in the Serie A, I think we need to shift our focus to Europe. Because that, I mean, if we win the Europa League, we're in the Champions League. So that could possibly be our best bet moving forward, is to focus solely on that and kind of just play in the Serie A.
Last time we did that, last time we focused on Europa League, the biggest heartbreak happened. Budapest. We know about it. That game. To this day, I can't. I think about it at least once a day. I think about it at least once a day. That same game, and that's why I'm so hungry for the Europa League, because I'm like, we need to avenge that day. We need to just okay, if we win, if I see Pellegrini or Cristante lift that trophy, I will forget Budapest. I will forget about it. Dybala will finally get his European trophy. Roma finally get vindicated with a European trophy. It's a trophy that, me personally, is getting to the point where I want that trophy more than the Champions League. I want the Europa League more.
We need it.
Getting that.
We need it.
Because we're getting so close consistently. I think, remember Man United, where we got destroyed, but we reached the semi-final. Then the next year, we won a Conference League. Then we reached the final of Europa League. Then a semi-final. Then a semi-final again. And then the round of 16. And it's just I need that trophy. I need it. And
100%.
Speaking of Europa League,
do it in a nice order. Conference League, Europa League, and then next is the Champions League. So
100%.
We'll work that way.
But next, I want to talk about the Europa League specifically. What is our chances? Do you think Roma can win? Do you think Roma is going to go and win the Europa League?
I mean, the way I see it, we definitely need to play better than what we did last night in the first leg against Bologna, or else we do not stand a chance.
100%.
Especially because it seems like the next round is going to be against Aston Villa, and they've been having a really phenomenal season. And I think they are one of the favorites to win it at the moment. So it will be tough to get through them. But I do think we have it within us to do it. And then the next big obstacle, and I think as soon as we beat Villa, we're final bound. And then the next thing is, are we going to get Lyon or are we going to get Betis on the other side? Both of those teams are pretty good as well. So at the moment, I would say our chances probably like 35%. I mean, not like
Yeah,
I'm talking about like percentage out of all teams, right? So we probably have the highest chance to win it at
yeah,
the moment.
yeah, 100%.
But I would say,
Aston Villa, Aston Villa hasn't been great these last few weeks. It's like Roma; they haven't been great.
thankfully,
They scraped through Lille, but we drew against Bologna. We just have to beat Bologna and Aston Villa. I'll be there. I'm gonna be at Villa Park. That game is. I've been to Villa Park. It's a very hostile atmosphere. PSG last
I've
year
heard.
struggled against them when they went to Villa Park. So can you just imagine? Hey, if a Ballon d'Or winner Dembele struggled, what is Pellegrini going to do? That's the real question. Like,
I mean,
it's,
he could have his Ballon d'Or performance. We don't know.
if Pellegrini wins the Europa League, I will tattoo his name on my on my thing. Bro. I don't care, man. I will tattoo it. I have to, man, because he's incredible. I need the Europa League. But
Hey, me too.
yeah.
I'm gonna have him with the trophy.
With him the trophy. I'll get Cristante over here. Like,
Yeah, exactly. You gotta get Cristante.
I'll get Mancini's face on my chest. Like,
Yeah, you gotta get all of them.
Oh,
And then you gotta get the manager on the back
But
too.
the manager on the back, man. I'll get everybody, man. But I want to talk about the future of Roma. Like, we got Gasperini, we got Ranieri, the young players, Pizzilli, Venturino, he's looking pretty decent.
Yeah.
Rubinho Vaz. What's your thoughts on it? Like, what do you think that Roma can do it? Do you think Roma, how far do you expect this Roma team to go in the next 10 years or 5 years under Gasperini?
Ooh. I think 5 years. Hopefully Gasperini stays because I think we need some stability. That's like the number one thing.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, especially in Serie A, there's not a lot of stability in a lot of teams. Like you'll see, even if a team wins the league, the next season the manager's gone. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Conte.
You need to kind of have a foundation to build a project, right? And I believe that's what we got Gasperini for. To kind of do what he did with Atalanta, but obviously our goal is much bigger than Atalanta's goal originally. I think with the players you mentioned, we have a good base, right? They're all very young. Vaz hasn't impressed me too much, but again, he's 18. He's not a full player yet. He still has time to develop, and I think with Gasperini, who's good at developing the young players, within 2 to 3 years, he's going to be good. He's going to be a very solid player, much better than I would even say better than Dovbyk, because I'm Dovbyk.
I don't think that's it's not very difficult. It's not very difficult.
No, but I mean he was the top goal scorer in the La Liga before he came. So in theory he has it within him. He's just not proved it to us, but that's fine. Pizzilli on the other hand,
he's not brought it to Roma,
especially this season. No, he definitely hasn't brought it. But for example, Pizzilli, I think he's a very, very good young player. The fact that he's getting minutes is extremely important. And again, even for the national team, I think it's good for the Italian national team because they've been horrible for the last 14 years. But let's not talk about that right now.
Yeah.
But Pizzilli's good. I think he's going to be a very important figure moving forward. And he will kind of dominate and take control of that midfield. Maybe he'll even get the captaincy at some point. Venturino,
speaking of the Italian national team. Oh, carry on.
I think Venturino is going to have a very good time. But the important thing is that these players get minutes. If they don't get minutes, they're not going to really develop anything. Because in the preseason, for example, playing against these local teams, of course, we were destroying them 14-0, and it all seemed amazing. Even Ferguson was scoring like nobody's business. But then you need the season, and you need actual game time in the season against actual opponents. You need that aggressive play, right? You need the physicality of the game and the pressure. And I think it's going to be really important. So in 5 years, I would say we'd be challenging top 3 more consistently. In 10 years, hopefully we'll be going further along in the Champions League as well, into the later rounds, past round of 16. But of course, that also depends on the players we bring in and depends on the money that comes in.
Yeah. Oh, still there. Oh, yeah. Speaking of the Italian national team, was just you mentioned them. I'm 22. I'm still young, but I'm 22. I don't remember Italy winning the World Cup. I don't remember that. I've never seen, I don't remember Italy playing knockout World Cup football. Can you believe that? I know you've probably seen it, but still, it's insane to think about that.
It was a long time ago.
I don't remember it. Last time the Italian national team was really good. I'm saying one of the best in the world. I don't even think. I don't say it's Euro 2021. I don't think that. Italy wasn't amazing then. Last time they were really amazing was probably 2012. I remember that at least. I remember Balotelli scoring.
Around there.
But apart from that, they haven't been good at all. So in about 2 weeks, the Italian national team is gonna go play the World Cup qualifiers. What are your real expectations for that?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm very positive for this one. I know we don't have a good track record in the last few qualifiers, even losing to North Macedonia, which I still don't believe it to this day. But I think
that was insane.
Against Northern Ireland, we have a fairly good chance. I think we have the team for it, and we seem quite motivated for this one. And then I think the game after that, will be a little bit more challenging, but I don't see why we shouldn't be making it through, to be completely honest. I feel more confident about this qualifier than I have for the last few.
I just want to qualify. I just want to see Italy in Canada, in America. I just want to see that one. The last time, I think I was what? How old was I? 2014 was the last time Italy was in a World Cup. I was 11. 11. The last time Italy was in a World Cup. I've spent half my life not seeing Italy in a World Cup. It's just insanity to think about. And
that's bad.
Hopefully, man. There's probably kids out there.
Decorated.
Yeah, they are. But there's probably kids out there that never seen Italy in a World Cup. There's kids out there who've never seen Italy play a World Cup game.
That's horrible to think.
It's horrible. It's insane to think of. It's insane to think about. If you had told me this in 2014 when we got knocked out by Costa Rica in the group stage, I thought that that was a bad stage because we thought that was rock bottom. We thought that was rock bottom.
Yeah.
Back to back with group stages. Then could you imagine telling them you're not gonna make the next two? Could you imagine telling 2014 you're not gonna make the next two World Cups or three, potentially three? Yeah, I think there's got to be massive overhauls, and man, maybe put me in charge. I'm getting to the voice of the World Cup, man. Put me in charge.
Football manager tactics,
Hey, first thing, Cristante, you are staying home forever, man. Yeah. You're not coming. And that's the crazy thing. Cristante gets called up. I'm just gonna blame Cristante.
Yeah,
just blame Cristante, man.
Pizzilli.
Honestly, Pizzilli, I'll put anybody in over Cristante. But
I think we need to develop a few more of the young players before we can properly challenge in the coming years.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I think that's it. I've got no more questions. That's really it. Thank you for coming on, man. This is Jan, guys. I'm gonna link all his social medias down below. I'm gonna link his TikTok. Please do check it out. Great Roma talk and loves coffee. If you like coffee, you'll like his videos. So yeah, man. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Peace out, guys. Thank you.